welcome to the boutique shop where we have a reaction to all the apparel in the world for video games. I'm Renegade Operative, and this is a unique series because it's an idea that I copied from Maximilian Dude, I'm not gonna lie, where he was rating the costumes for fighting games, and I wanted to take that concept for my channel and see what I could do with it. Now, first and foremost, I want to say, of course, if you have your own opinions on the outfits of characters, please post them in the comment section. The character we're talking about today is Chris Redfield from Resident Evil. He's like my fourth favorite character. Obviously, Jill, Wesker, and Leon are above him, but he's not a bad character, and I do appreciate the contributions that he contributed story-wise over the series. We will be ranking his outfits from bottom to top, from, you know, below to the finish line, and that is going to be the first series of costumes, and it's going to be from Resident Evil 1. Just to preface and say, once again, for my scoring system of these costumes is kind of gonna be like a thumbs up if good, a thumbs down if bad, and a thumb in the middle means something equivalent to the effect of, well, it's okay. I don't hate it, I don't love it, but it is a costume where I feel sort of indifferent about it. And first we have Chris Redfield's Resident Evil 1 outfit. Now, truth be told, this is the classic. This is the one that you see the first time around. This is the remake rendition, of course, but I think this is a very simplistic costume. It matches up to what is going on in the situation. A lot of tack gear. You have the white undershirt, you have the green vest, which sort of became the trademark of Chris Redfield with that color, with the green, and then you have the gray slacks with the knee pads and of course the wrapping of gear and everything else. He looks like a badass, honestly. I would honestly give this costume a thumbs up, even though it's very straight to the point. It's just iconic in its own merit, its own right, and you know, it kind of really makes all the colors look cool, you know, with green and gray and white just meshing off each other, and it looks cool in combat. I mean, it's a fine costume for what it is. I think my favorite part though is the knife strap right to the front of his chest when he pulls out the knife and he starts slashing people, and it just looks so cool with everything involved. So I always think that the STARS members has like very badass and unique costumes, and Chris is none the wiser in that department. That gets a thumbs up from me. Moving on, and you see like another shot right here. Let me see if I can zoom in for you guys as well, because I'm still trying to learn how all this shit works. So bear with me here. Where is the zoom button so I can sort of show all this shit? Is it resize? Is it can I turn it up? What the fuck is that? I don't know. Oh, it's at the bottom. Okay, I'm a damn fool. But yeah, if I want to zoom in, you can see this low res shot here. Okay, so this outfit is of course an unlockable outfit. I believe this is him with his bomber jacket. So the Queen lettering "Made in Heaven" is on the back, and a lot of Queen references are shown in Resident Evil on the clothing of Chris and Claire, from what I remember. That being said, I mean, I'm gonna say I'm in the middle with this costume. It's okay, it's fine for what it is. Brown is really not my favorite color, unfortunately, so it doesn't really appeal to me color wise. I would prefer like green or gray or something. Maybe this costume would have looked cooler if it had like jeans. It was just like, you know, you got the fucking brown bomber jacket, and then you have like the blue jeans that sort of just, you know, just it is what it is. Like I felt like one little change would have made this a little bit more cool. And it's not a bad costume. It's not the worst costume that he has. I just think that in terms of what you see later in the series, it's just kind of there, and nothing really too spectacular stands out about this unlockable bomber jacket. I mean, that's just about it. It's just there for the show, and nothing really is too awesome about it otherwise. So I would say I'm in the middle with it. I don't love it, and I don't hate it. What is next? Okay, so this is another unlockable outfit that you could get in Resident Evil Director's Cut. I believe you start with this one. So they tried to change up the costumes and everything and make it all, oh, this is super different. But in reality, and I'm gonna give this a thumbs down, in reality, all they really did was remove the vest that Chris had, and then he keeps his white undershirt, and then they give him elbow pads, and kind of it, like, that's it. They give him Jill like shoulder pads as well, and it's just, I don't know, it does look diverse enough, it does stand out, but I don't like the fact that they just swapped Jill's like shoulder pads on him, and they give him elbow pads, and that's it. It just felt like they just stripped down the elements of his classic costume, and that's all you get with this. And I mean, it is a lot more simplistic, but I don't, this is like a artist made image of him with the shoulder pads, and I don't think it fits at all. I don't think it looks right. It's something off about it to me, and it doesn't scream too unique. I don't know, maybe it's just a Jill talk in my mind right now, the Jill Valentine talk in my mind, and I'm like, okay, that was unique to her look, and now you're gonna try to give something similar to Chris, and it just doesn't stick. I feel like Chris is the heavily militarized guy with a lot of gear on, and not really someone that is stripped less with like t-shirts only and just shoulder pads only. I feel like it's more unique to the character. Now I love the belts here on this design. I do think that's cool. The belts are very nice for what this is, and it seems like the classic one, let's go back, it sort of has that as well with the crazy belt design. I do like that bit in particular. I just think that this costume is far too simplistic for Chris, and I think it is a costume where, you know, Jill obviously rocks the shoulder pads better. I that's how I feel about this, so I'm gonna give this a thumbs down. I'm pretty sure other people probably will like this costume. I'm 100% certain. This is Chris's costume from Resident Evil 1 Remake, and it was based on some movie called The Mexican with Brad Pitt. Truth be told, I'm gonna give this a thumbs down. I know, like, I seem like a harsh critic going forward with this, but honestly, I feel this alternate outfit does not fit Chris. It's something about Chris wearing red that isn't really the coolest, and I don't know, that beanie makes him look like a dweeb. The glasses are cool, the unbuttoned shirt premise is cool, along with the like tracksuit sort of lines, the black lines going down the shirt. I like that design clearly, but I don't think the overall core, like, it doesn't meet the excellence of the sum of his parts. He just looks like a random stoner dude. And I feel like they could have done a lot more. Just, you know, I know it's based on a movie, but if they wanted to make it stand out, they could have played with it a little bit more and maybe took more creative liberties as opposed to this. So thumbs down for me. I know it's harsh. I'm feeling harsh today. Don't worry, thumbs up will be going up, especially with this costume. Thumbs up. This is Chris Redfield's outfit from Code Veronica. This is the prototype STARS outfit that he stole. He apparently stole this outfit before he left Raccoon City, and he went to team up with Barry, and he waited for Jill at the Russian Caucasus region, but beforehand there was the matter of his sister being kidnapped by, you know, I think it was Umbrella, and then he went to Antarctica, and then he went to Rockford to save his sister. That being said, this outfit is dope because, you know, again, it still has the principle. It has a lot of principle of his outfit from the original Resident Evil 1, but, you know, clearly you see the motif here, the green shirt, the green pants, the cargo gear. It's just everything that is cool. If you liked that original Resident Evil 1 outfit, you're going to love this one. The black vest, all meshes, it all fits in well with the color scheme. It really does. And once again, I think green on black is awesome. Like, it doesn't get no fucking better than that. Once again, grade A outfit all around. I have no complaints. Just the gear, the gloves, the thigh strap. Just, it's a really cool outfit. It signifies what a badass is, and the fact that it is a prototype also screams like this is the STARS prototype, so it's a one of a kind that they were going to utilize, but they never really went forward with it. And it feels special to this character because he's holding on to the last remnant of STARS at this moment. Like, after they're disbanding, after, you know, Jill goes missing, and they don't reconvene until later, it feels like, once again, that whole scene where he says, "I'll end this once and for all. Say hello to my comrades who you killed." It's awesome, man. I'm gonna give this a thumbs up. All right. Let's see. This is Chris Redfield with his which one is this? Umbrella Chronicles. This is the Russian Caucasus outfit in Umbrella Chronicles, and I'm kind of a little bit in the middle. Now, why I did say I enjoyed like gear or whatever, it just seems like what they decided to do was expand his Resident Evil 1 outfit for Umbrella Chronicles, and they gave him the expanded green vest, because every signature like portion of this, Chris wears green, and then they just made it into like a snow outfit. So it's not the worst thing I've seen in the world, but if you literally like were like, oh, let's copy and paste some portions of his outfit from Resident Evil 1 remake and let's put like a snow motif on it, then you pretty much get this. I don't love it and I don't hate it. It's somewhere in the okay range for me. Okay, this ridiculous ass motherfucker. Okay, he came straight from Red Dead Redemption. This is Chris Redfield in his sheriff outfit for Dark Side Chronicles. I mean, I give them points for creativity. It's something different. It's points for creativity. I don't really think that it fits Chris Redfield. Like, what is he, a Wild West gunslinger? I don't know. Well, this man is an expert marksman, so there is that shit going on right there in the building, right? So shit, I don't know. Like, again, I think this falls in the either it's just okay. It's not like good. It's not like bad in my personal opinion. It's just like in the middle ground for me, because part of me doesn't see Chris wearing something like this, and the other part thinks it's passable enough. You know, and it's a suited outfit with a fucking, what is that, the little repeater in the background, so you know you gotta get your cowboy on. It's just an alt that they added, and I don't feel one way or the other about it. Oh, so this is a snow outfit from what is it, Revelations 1. This is the stupid beanie again. I don't know, I'm just turning into a beanie hater. I don't really hate beanies though, but maybe I do actually. Okay, this another snow outfit, but this time they do have like the military imprint, a little camo on it. You know, you got more fashionable belts, you got, you know, I don't know why it's like short sleeve and it's supposed to be like a snow outfit. At least the other one was a little bit more practical, but I don't know, Chris looks kind of a little bit more badass here. They put a bit more design on him. I do like the little transceiver thing on the side and the radio pack. That's cool as well. It really shows like, oh well, it's in the snow, but he got Tim's. He got the motherfucking Tim's and the knee pads, the different color metal knee pads. It looks a little bit more unique than the last snow outfit, so I'm gonna give it a slight thumbs up. I do like it for what it is and what they tried to do with it. And here is his look, his main look when he gets on the Queen Zenobia in Revelations 1. Now, I mean, if you've seen one Chris look, you've seen it all. Only this time he has like a dark navy shirt with the green baggy big vest that he's, once again I said, this is signature motherfucking Chris Redfield, so he gotta have that. And then he has the gray with, once again, more belts than ever before this time around. Two over here. It's like, I don't know what's going on. Is he doing like the whole dominatrix affair? I have no idea. He has like a knife stash like right here, I believe, like on his calf, which is interesting. But I don't love it and I don't hate it. I'm just sort of in the middle, so that's what I'm gonna go with here. Okay, now this is just embracing Chris Redfield being in the YMCA. I don't know. I feel like this is a costume, and you're gonna see like two of them. This is from Revelations 1. This is an alternate in raid mode, I believe, but clearly they made this costume to appease females and the people that are homosexual for Chris Redfield. There's nothing wrong with that, just this is what this costume is made to appeal to. And I think it's just, I'm gonna give it a thumbs down. Like, it, not because of what I said, but because I feel like it is a generic sailor outfit. When we're looking for sailors here, they just decided to pick some random thematic and slap it onto a character without really thinking about it, and it's more or less all for sex appeal. If you're into Chris Redfield, which personally I'm not into Chris like that. So it's one of those costumes where if you take it in that degree, then you would like it. But if you're someone who is thinking outside of the box with how cool costume design is, with how cool outfits are layered, and with how cool and unique they could be without a thematic or stereotype, then this isn't the costume for you. And that's sort of how I feel. That's why I give it a thumbs down. They could have been a lot more creative, and I feel the same way about the sailor costumes and the pirate costumes that they gave certain characters over the series. It's just they thought of Pirates of the Caribbean and said, let's shoehorn that into Resident Evil, and let's give Chris this, let's give Chris that, let's give Jill a pirate outfit, let's give Leon a pirate outfit. And I'm just like, okay, it's just unoriginal to me, right? Now, this is Chris Redfield's costume, his default costume in Resident Evil 5. And I'm gonna be perfectly honest, this right here is awesome. I love this a lot. Not only is Mr. Redfield a part of the American Gun Show that can slide a Magini's head off like a meatball off a plate, but I kind of liked that they gave Chris longer hair here. And it's like, okay, they decided not to give him the crew cut or the like standing up hair that he had in the classic REs. This is like, you know, a lot more disheveled, showing that this is a weary veteran who has been through hell. And also, you know, you have, I always like these cool like grooves on the side with Chris running down the side of the shirt. He has like this, you know, athletic muscle shirt on with the BSA logo, and it's all patterned in different colors, black, a lime sort of green right here, and then you have this forest green right here on the shirt, and then you have like a little bit of blue in certain places, and then you have like the sort of green pants, and then the green shoes too. Did I say green pants? I meant gray pants. But yeah, you have the gray pants and the green shoes. And it just all culminates into one simplistic yet modernized design that really fits, and it stands the testament. I mean, it's like a mesh of what you would think that would be like a modernized Chris Redfield, how he would look at the time in 2009. So I think they did a great job here. It was one of my favorite costumes, and I'm gonna give it a thumbs up. So this is Safari Chris from Resident Evil 5 Mercenaries, and truth be told, I'm gonna give this a thumbs down. Now, the reason is that, well, once again, they just took like Chris's original like safari outfit that he gets from the beginning of the game and just reprinted it with like a zebra theme. It's like Zoolander. Okay, so there is that, and you know, sort of like similar shoes but zebra print, and then he has like a pink shirt, and I don't know, it's something that feels, once again, unoriginal to me. It's like they decided to say, hey, let's give him white hair, a zebra outfit, and some glasses, and let's do that, but let's take his original outfit he had in the cutscene of Resident Evil 5 and let's do something with that. And I'm just like, what the fuck? I'm like, okay. So because I've just seen it 10 times over already, I'm just not feeling it. I'm just not. I felt like maybe it would have been cooler if they gave him like a black outfit or navy blue. That would have been a lot more unique in color scheme for an outfit like this. But, or maybe like it could have been not so much white, just the black and then the white stripes, and that could have stood out a little bit more, but it doesn't. So this man is a living zebra. Thumbs down. This is the RE5 rendition of his RE1 outfit, and honestly, I guess I'll give it a thumbs up. Not much has changed outside of the fact that the sleeves are different. They're like rolled up now, so the undershirt was like a longer sleeve shirt, and it's his RE5 model, which it does fit with this outfit. He's a little bulked up, a little more bulked up now, and he's holding an RPG. So I mean, you think about that and you think about, oh, some dude's gonna get clapped with a rocket propelled grenade. Oh fuck, duck. I'm like, yeah, that's gonna be like threatening to do. So I mean, if you liked his original Stars outfit in Resident Evil 1, then I mean, in RE5, it's like the shoe still fits with this outfit. So I still would give it a thumbs up. He still looks pretty cool, pretty unique, and the old duds, the classics, they never go out of style. I don't know, hold on. Enhance. I swear his titties can cut through cheese. This is this is Warrior Chris from Resident Evil 5, and they were, I don't know, is he supposed to be a gimp? I mean, is he supposed to be like a sort of not safe for work gimp? I can't take this costume seriously, people. I'm sorry, I can't. He looks like a Mad Max Fist of the North Star rejects. I'm sorry. It's cool that he has the Hydra. It's cool that his hair is slicked back. I like the spiked shoulder pads here or there, but it is once again another one of those fantasy sex appeal outfits that people want to take Chris into the dungeon and whip him. And it's just like, I don't know. Capcom has a fetish with doing this with this character, so it's like, I don't know what they were thinking, but I give it a thumbs down because, again, it's just Mad Max rejects right here in the fold. I'm sure people do like this outfit. I only like it because I don't like it for aesthetic reasons. I just like it because I get a fucking shotgun when I play as him in Mercenaries, and that's it. Everything else, though, is just like a leathery gimp, and that's sort of not my style. All right, this is Heavy Metal Chris, and I'm sort of in the middle with this. Now, I don't hate this costume, but he reminds me of a Gears of War character. If you want to copy and paste anyone from the Marcus Phoenix family tree and give him this alternate outfit, it probably would stick. I mean, just look at it. Now, the cool part is, of course, one thing I like is that Chris has like these unique tattoos on his arm. And that's cool. I liked that, and the funny and weird armor on his chest, I like that too. I think where this costume sort of flubs is the design and color scheme. Like, the color scheme is just kind of this boring, dull gray and blue, and I'm not really feeling it too much. Like, the tattoos are better. I just feel like it doesn't stand out much as it needs to, but it's not the worst thing in the world. It is heavy metal. He's carrying a big ass fucking chain gun on his back. He does look cool, don't get me wrong, but in terms of favorite costumes, it's not really too high on my list. It's just the middleman, the middle ground, and that's me saying that it's just okay. It's not the worst thing in the world, but do I love it? Well, not really, no. So let's continue. This is his costume in Resident Evil 5, Lost in Nightmares, and honestly, I think it's getting a thumbs down. Now, it's nothing inherently bad about this costume. I wouldn't say it's shit or anything like that compared to one of the costumes we're gonna judge later on, but here's the thing. In terms of look and design, you see where I'm going at with this, right? Can I go all the way back? Hold on, I'll show you. So look at this costume for a second. Let's go all the way back to here. You look at his Resident Evil 5 Star's outfit, and then you look at his design in Lost in Nightmares, which is before Resident Evil 5, before it actually starts, and you can see that it's almost the same costume. It's almost the same thing. It's a little bit of touches and additions to the vest that makes it a little bit more different, but it is essentially almost the same costume. So it feels like nothing much has changed in that regard, which is kind of why, and I don't know why his hand is like bent like a triangle here. Is wrists and hands supposed to work like that? I don't think so. What is this? But you know, still, I feel like it isn't the most original in the world. It just reminds me of his RE5 Stars rendition outfit just for story DLC. So that's my gripes there. So I give it a thumbs down, actually. Like, damn, I gave a lot of thumbs down. I'm surprised. I'm so surprised because I do like this character. But again, I just feel this costume is not one of his more unique fits here. Just like, I do like the vest change. It is cool with BSA logo and everything, you know, but, and the neckline too is different, but I just don't like it. Okay, so here's his outfit from Resident Evil 6 when he is in Eastern Europe. You know, truth be told, I'm not gonna lie, I think we're going back to the likes. I do like this costume. It fits. It's very unique in the sense of it has all these weird pockets and zippers right here that you see in the BSA logo right here, and then you see he's the SOU captain of the BSA. You got the light here, which is cool. I like just how the gear intertwines in the earpiece and everything. You can just see it, right? The vest is different. He has the winter gloves, and then the belts just interconnect from the top to the waist, which is cool. And of course, you know, the boots. He's all rough and rugged, and it's all just a sort of mesh of colors that make sense. So you know what, I don't hate this costume. And the black undershirt, I don't hate it. I pretty much like it. I know other people might think it's generic, but in terms of fitting Chris, I think it's a fine costume for what it is. Now, I guess I'm in the middle with this. It's okay with his China variant. So it seems like the only thing that has really changed is the vest and the undershirt, and the undershirt kind of reminds me of, once again, another one of those muscle shirts from Resident Evil 5, except the fact that this one is a different color. So whereas in RE5 it was like a mixture of black and green, this one's kind of like blue and green and black, and it, you know, stands out a little more in the sleeves. And then Chris has the haircut, obviously, in both versions, and you know, the gear, the differing vests, and then sort of the same like style of pants, except this one's a little bit of a different gray color, and I like the white gloves as well, like the little white on the gloves. So they tried to do something to vary it up, but it's, you know, if you've seen it's the shirt from RE5 that sort of just makes it because I've already seen it before, so they just decided to put a vest on it. But it's not terrible. It's not terrible. It's just not really, what's the word I'm looking for? Stylish, I guess. And you can say stylish, like DMC sexy, smoking stylish, like a lot of other costumes. So, you know, I don't know. I guess it's just okay for a first attempt at them trying to migrate some of the RE5 look over into 6, but I felt like maybe they could have did a little more tweaks here or there and make it stand out a little bit. Like, I'm surprised that they never like gave Chris, like, I don't know, maybe a jacket over this would have been kind of cool, or some other type of shit. I don't know. Like, I think that would have been kind of badass looking, to be honest. This is Samurai Chris from Resident Evil 6, and this is an alternate costume that you get, and I mean, I gotta give this one a thumbs up completely. I think this is cool, you know, the whole male samurai thing. The only, and I like the tattoo, the sort of like Yakuza style tattoo on this man. It's like, when they do tattoos on Chris, for some reason they look really good. It's like they should do that more often on the character, even though it's like a EX costume, as like a giant ass motor comes across, like they're doing fucking demolition derby in this bitch. But still, the only thing I don't like is sort of a technical thing, gameplay thing, where, you know, you give Chris Redfield this cool samurai looking sword and I can't use it against any Juavo whatsoever. I can't cut them in half. I can't cut them into Swiss cheese. I can't do a Zandatsu on these motherfuckers. So, like, maybe in that Resident Evil 6 remake coming in the future, in the near future, in the year 2029, I want to say 2029, 2030. You know, I'm just guesstimating here. Let me use that sword and let me become a god. All right, that's what I need the most. I need that in my life right there, right then, right now. And you know, but this is a cool, unique costume. Like, and I like the stance too. The stance is pretty cool and great as well. Yeah, so, you know, Samurai Chris gets a thumbs up from me. This is the EX costume that you could get in RE.net. It is a callback to the classic Resident Evil 1 sort of pixelized style from the PS1 and everything, and it's just like all nostalgia abound, right, for this thing. I'm just, I have to say, I know it's kind of like a callback costume and everything, and this might sound mean, but honestly, I never got the appeal of people playing as classic characters from the PS1 in a game where they clearly upgraded the graphics to look like, you know, more realistic, more sort of illustrated characters and pixels. It's just a behind the times premise, and I understand it's just a costume. Should I give it a thumbs down though? Because I do like the original Chris's outfit. I'm in the middle with this. Because on the one hand, I do like Leon's RPD RE2 EX outfit that's similar to this, but he has like blood on his face, so at least they did something like a little bit unique there. But still, like, I just don't feel these costumes that is a reflection of the past, and it's like, oh, I'm a PS1 character. It's sort of how I felt with Metal Gear Solid. And let me take a swig of water really quickly. Damn, that's some high quality H2O. But it's sort of how I felt with Metal Gear Solid 4. They decided to put in the classic PS1 Snake head with the mask, and you can sort of go back and your PS1 Metal Gear Solid Snake and your body is like highly detailed and illustrated with the camo suit now, and it's just like, okay, it looks so off though because you have this pixelated head, but Snake's body is like way more detailed than it used to be. So it's one of those scenarios where when you are running around with Leon from RE6, his original RE6 design, and you stand next to Chris, or you use another Chris and you stand next to that, it just looks and feels weird. But you know, I do use these outfits. I did get them, and it's not the worst thing in the world, I guess. Let's see here. This is Airport Chris. I say airport. I mean, airport. This is Air Force Chris. Actually, you know, he might as well be on the airport with his fucking goofy looking ass. Like, you might as well, right? And this, I give this a thumbs up, and you know why? This is a lore accurate costume, and you would figure they don't remember anything like this. Remember, like, Chris Redfield was on the Air Force before he was like kicked off. This is why he's a trained pilot. You see it in Code Veronica, you see it in RE6. Like, he can commandeer like a Harrier, and he can commandeer like a helicopter and fly it successfully. So I love when they give lore accurate costumes, and it doesn't look half bad. Of course, people might say, what are those chaps? What are those he's wearing? But you know, you see the flight logs attached to his legs, and it's kind of like in a little mask that they wear, the aviation mask in the aircrafts, and it's just like a nice touch of lore while also having a decent design of a jumpsuit like this. And I don't mind it at all whatsoever. I think it's fine for what it is, actually. So I give this a thumbs up. So I said this is in the middle. Thumbs up. Okay, so this is Vendetta Chris, and once again it is another offshoot of Chris's outfit from Resident Evil 6. Oh my god. Okay, I don't know where I land. I'm landing between thumbs down. You know what? Thumbs down. And I'll tell you why. I had a discussion on Discord with my friends about this, and I said everything would be fine if it wasn't for the fact I like the darker colors. Let's get the likes out of the way. I like the maybe I'm in the middle. You know what? I'm gonna say I'm in the middle. I don't love it and I don't hate it. I'm gonna change my mind right here. Tier 1, baby. I don't love it and I don't hate it. I love the pieces and renditions of the RE6 outfits and how they're integrating metal in certain places. Like, you know, this little t-shirt design up here is kind of cool, and the darker colors here and how it meshes like down here. I like the darker boots as well. That's fine, but I don't like this fucking vest. I hate this vest. Like, this weird turtle shell steel vest. It's not, it just doesn't fit to me, and I don't know why. It's like something off about it to me with the vest in this one, where it's like this reinforced steel, and it just does not fit for some reason. I don't know why. And you know what would have been cooler if he had like maybe some darker long sleeve here, like that would have been nice. That probably would have fit a lot more indie design if he had like a long sleeve shirt that was like dark, maybe cuts off right here, and that would have been kind of cool actually. Instead, he just looks like an offshoot of RE6 Chris, but he has this like vest that could kill a monkey. So I don't know. I'm in the middle with this one. I don't. There's aspects that look. I like the bullets here, the clips right on the side. You know, you can just pull out a clip and waste a zombie right there. But it feels like there could have been more to this equation, and I hate that vest. Okay, this is a complete thumbs down though. This is RE7, Chris. I don't like it, dude. What is with the proportions as well? Like, why does he have like a large upper body and small legs? I don't get it. What is he, low tier god? Like, he skips leg day? I mean, what the fuck? I mean, what the fuck? I mean, just generic, all around. The vest is even worse than the last one this time around, with these puffy gloves, and just of course his face does not help the equation as well, because who is that? That is not Chris Redfield, that is Chris Whofield. Who? Yeah, I'm not really feeling this one whatsoever. I never liked this RE7 design. I didn't even believe it was him when I first saw him. And to think the slap in the face was this skin is like his, it's still his default in reverse. I'm like, bruh, come on, thumbs down. Thumbs. Every Chris Redfield fan knows it. Thumbs completely all the way down into the bleeders. Like, nobody I know likes his costume. Now, this is from Resident Evil Village. This is the trench coat. Dude, he looks like Wesker. Like, let's be honest. He is rocking the Wesker turtleneck here. He is. It's nothing that I feel fits Chris. He looks like an assassin. But maybe that's part of the motif as well with this. So, you know, I'm kind of digging it. I might put a thumbs up here, even though I think he looks like Wesker. I like this outfit, I'm not gonna lie. I do like it. I think he rocks it. It's just something about it where he really rocks all the dark and everything, and it's really cool. And he has this large fucking open coat that says, you know what, bitch, I could punch a boulder. What can you do? Absolutely nothing. And this is the tack version. You know, without, he got like a little muscle shirt on, and he has like his vest and everything with like flashbangs and all that, and flares and everything on that shit. It's just like, you know, no jacket, and just a turtleneck, more gear. So, you know, I like this too. Thumbs up. You know, I don't have a problem with this as well. I think this is a cool costume right here, honestly, for Chris. You know, I like punching people with it as well at the end of Village, when there's that batshit insane Village segment and you play as Chris and you just completely wreck house. Let's see what is next. And I think this is the last costume. This is Honolulu Chris, or when he was going to Alcatraz in Resident Evil Death Island. How do I feel about this? And this is, it goes between the variant of him having the Hawaiian shirt and without it. It's an unorthodox look. It's something that, of course, they try to do some more unorthodox approaches with Chris lately, and this is it. The incognito, I am in disguise sort of thing. He looks more badass without the Hawaiian shirt, in my honest opinion. So this is Chris with like no gear whatsoever. He looks like a random civilian, and that's cool because we barely get Chris off time and off work with the way he looks, even though he's undercover and still on work. But I'm in the middle with it. I'm kind of, well, you know, now that I think of like Yakuza and everything, I just think of that shit and I go, you know, he's about to throw down in like brawler style and shit. I don't know. I don't know, man. It is unorthodox. I'm gonna say I'm in the middle. I don't love it, and I don't dislike it a lot. It's just sort of there. Maybe if it was a costume in Mercenaries, I probably would put it on occasionally, once in a while. You know what I mean? I might put it on once in a while and be Mr. Cool Mo D in the building, Redfield style, punching people, showing them my Vice City authority. But it's a lot more other costumes that have like variants to them, especially civilian clothes, especially in the series when counting other characters. I mean, you take a look at Leon in civilian clothes and he looks more badass. It's like night and day. So that's how I feel about it, honestly, and that is the end of this video. Hopefully you guys like enjoyed it. I know I thumbs down like a lot of costume variants, I really did, but there were some that I really did enjoy, some I liked, you know, that really came across as, oh man, this is, it might be kind of unorthodox, it might be kind of unoriginal in places, but I like this here or there. So, you know, we all have differing tastes when it comes to how these characters are portrayed with their costumes as well, and it's something to talk about. It's an interesting subject matter, and you know, if you like this video a lot, I might, you know, I might turn this into a little series talking about the costumes of characters. Now granted, all of Leon's costumes look fucking badass, so I'm probably not going to downvote a lot of them, but who knows, maybe it will be some surprises in store. Maybe I'll try some fighting game characters and see how their costumes appear to be over the series with their dramatic looks and apparel. And this is the end of the first boutique shop. I will see you guys next time. Take care of yourselves, and once again, be good people. Later.